I feel
Hagan
that.
just woke us all up because of twig snap and we're panicking.
She did, yes. So she woke you up first, Mickey.
Yep.
Mercer. And then she woke Jay up. Charlie, we'll assume that she's woken you up as well. And she says to you that she hears this twig snap, and then I think she said something along the lines of, "Oh, that's going to make me sound really stupid."
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Hagan, what would you like to say to Mercer?
Shall we go and have a look?
Do we have egg with us, or do we leave them at Ethel's?
You have Egg and the goblin Tihil, who looks a bit like this. Oh, can we see Tihil?
Okay.
Hold it in front of you. Hold it in
Right,
front
in
of
your
you.
face.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh, it disappeared.
And you
for a
can
second.
even see her red eye and blue eye.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. Me and
She's
Hagan are going to go
cute.
check it out. You two
She's cute.
watch over the goblin.
What you can't
Me
see
and
from
Hagan
that is a very cool wolf tattoo.
Oh,
Yeah, it was sick.
wrist is tangled. Oh no. I'm trapped.
So,
Yeah.
Mercer, what would you like to do?
Me and Hagan are going to go and investigate
Okay.
the sound. Charles and Ezra, you should look after the goblins.
Mickey,
Yes.
are you allowed to be shirtless on YouTube because I'm really warm?
Yes.
Sick.
this isn't
Twitch.
like Twitch.
So you're heading on over?
Doing?
Yes.
Yes.
I got
Okay.
TikTok because Brian got TikTok.
Yes. I'll add you later. Right. Yeah, we're going over.
Okay,
Bye,
so
Lan.
Brian's TikTok?
as you approach the spinney of trees, you hear more kind of rustling, and out of the darkness, this really elderly goblin just falls straight into your arms, Mercer. And you can see that he is covered in cuts and bruises.
I'm gonna say like fleas, like a stray dog.
And he pretty much just faints in your arms.
I'm going to immediately yell for Ezra. Be like, help me, help me, help me, help me.
I want to do my healing.
Okay, so
Like,
you're healing. You're trying to heal, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So sadly, this goblin is too far gone, and
No!
yep, and he
No, I will not accept this.
he
dude,
dies.
they're like
in front of
bleeding
you.
everywhere.
And
Lars.
Can
Okay,
I
guys, we need to
look for a
put this
wolf
goblin
tattoo?
in a freezer until we can get him to the resurrecty guy.
No. I want to look for a wolf tattoo. Like, to heels.
like to heals. Okay, so where are you checking out?
The goblin. The
In,
whole.
in general, in the goblin
Under
in
his
general.
sleeve. Maybe.
Yeah.
Just ask
Do I
the
have to make
goblin.
a deception?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you might need to kind of have some sort of light source or something, but
Yeah, I've got my lantern. Because
yeah.
I know I have
Oh, holy
freaking
light.
loads of lamp oil
Okay.
still, because I don't use it very often, and I bought like 2 pints before. So yeah.
So you can see that he has no possessions on him at all, apart from the kind of the rags that he's dressed in, really. And you do find the same tattoo that Tihil has
Okay.
on the
I'm
upper
starting
right
to feel like I
arm.
may have missed last week's session.
You did. You weren't here.
Would you like to see the
You were watching
tattoo?
Shakespeare.
You were watching
Oh,
Pericles.
yeah.
It made you
Oh god,
depressed.
that was not worth it.
I'll show you the tattoo just so you know what it looks like. See if it rings any bells for you.
Mickey, are you
Yeah.
watching?
Can I make a knowledge check?
Oh,
You can make a knowledge check.
My knowledge is really bad, but I figured I'd give it a shot. No, I failed that by miles.
So what were you trying to find out with your knowledge?
If I recognise the tattoo,
Okay.
or like might know. what it means.
As far as you know, yeah, you can tell that it is the same tattoo that
Ooh!
Yes. I remember
that Tihil has. And yeah, it's in the same position as well. It's in the upper right arm.
Sick. What does this tell us?
That there's still a chance
Well,
that
we're not sure yet.
some are alive. We need to go wherever he came from.
I feel this could be
He must
dangerous.
have, you know, he must have been running
Can we go
from
back to the other two goblins and ask Tihil about her tattoo?
You can do. So Tihil and Egg are both kind of curled up asleep. They've been sleeping next to where Ezra and Mercer.
Wait, do we really want to wake them up and tell them that one of their goblin friends is dead?
I'm just going to ask about the tattoo. I'm not going to mention the dead goblin.
Yeah, but we already know about the tattoo. It's her clan, remember?
Yeah, but I'm going to ask if there's anything like specific about it. Like, do they all have them? Does it mean
Well, yeah,
anything
be
other
their
than just being
clan
marking?
symbol. Don't ask silly questions.
Go on, Mickey, ask a silly question.
Ah, well, I think it's obvious.
So
I've turned it too far back in my book and got confused.
Wake up, the elder is dead.
So Tihil, on waking, and you ask her about a tattoo, and she says, tattoo, weeping wolf tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
All clan members have tattoo.
Why is the wolf weeping?
And she says that when they were a stronger clan, they had wolves, they had their own wolves. But over time, they have known for the past few years nothing but sorrow.
Oh. That's sad.
Hard times for their clan. And then she says to you, Mercer, something wrong. What's wrong?
Might as well tell her.
Yeah, hold on, I'm writing a note.
I'll come over, cradling,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you bring him over.
looking mournful. I break
Yeah.
the news.
Yeah, I'll let Ezra
Yeah,
tell
and I'll
them.
come over and sort of like kneel so they can, you know when they do like people come in to verify a body,
Yeah.
like, yeah, just sort of respectful. Like I can already gather because of the matching symbols, and I'll just say like I tried my best to use my healing powers, but it was too late. He just collapsed.
So
Sorry.
you see that Tihil is struggling not to cry, but she puts her hand on the old goblin's forehead and sort of bows her head, and she says that that this goblin was called Asthma, and he was the elder of the village. He was an old, he was kind of their shaman. And she says that if she could be alone with Asma for the night, that would be good.
Absolutely, of course. I'll, sort of gently hand them over, like.
Is
So-
she sure? Is she sure she
but I
doesn't
will
want
say
someone
to
to
her-
sort of sit vigil with her?
I would say to her that this does mean that there's still hope. That others
But
are.
the
alive.
others, yeah.
He managed to escape, right, and used all of his effort to find help. So this should give us hope, make us stronger.
So she thanks you, Ezra. She says thank you for trying, and she thanks you, Hagan, but says that this is clan business, and if she could have a while.
Excuse me. Totally get it, babes. I don't say that, but it's totally fine, babes. You take all the time you need, love.
Okay,
You're
so
some girl boss. You'll get through this.
so the rest of the night passes. There was when Asma kind of crashed into the camp, there was about 2 hours of darkness left, and you can hear that Tihil is kind of talking through those other 2 hours. Would anybody wanting to be on watch, or?
I'll be on watch.
Yeah. Okay. So nothing else happens overnight, and dawn comes up. What would you like to do, guys?
What would we like to do?
I think we should check in with Talia. See
So,
how she's doing.
Her name's Tihil. I don't know how you get it so wrong every time.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, see if there's anything that we need to do, because obviously we don't know about their culture, so there might be a ceremony that needs to be done, or maybe he needs to be buried immediately. But depending on what she says, then we should just try and get to the site, keep going as quickly as possible.
Okay, so what are you doing? Are you talking to Tihil?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tihil, you can see when you approach that Tihil is kind of laid out Asma's body fairly reverentially, and you can see that she has kind of placed different kind of things around the body. There's you can see there's a few snail shells, and there's the odd flower here and there, but other than that, the body is kind of left open.
I will quietly approach. Is she like, where is she? Is she like kneeling next to the body or anything?
She's just sat next to him, and as you approach, you can see she takes her hand from his forehead and faces you.
Yeah, cool. Waiting for sort of a non-verbal invitation. Hey, I wanted to see how you're doing. We were thinking of, making tracks and heading back to the site, but obviously we wanted to check in on you and see, is there anything, like a burial or anything that needs to happen like immediately, or
she nods at you and she goes, Tihil ready now? We go.
Cool. Is it like tradition? Do you like just leave them, or do you tuck them in a bush, or do we just like leave?
So she says, no, Asma departed. Asma body has job to do.
Awesome, I get that.
Right.
Ezra trying to like not be intrusive about customs, but still like trying to ask questions. Cool. Okay. So,
And she says to you, Ezra, she says, are you ready? You ready to follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Okay. So she leads you off from the road, and she is now heading in a sort of southeasterly direction. And you probably walk for around about an hour, and then on the horizon you can see that there is smoke rising above what looks like a sort of stockade.
Is it like is it more like smoldering smoke, like sort of very, like thick black, or is it more of the smoke of like an active fire, maybe a big campfire where maybe orcs have decided to set?
It's kind of more of a haze, to be honest.
Okay.
Like things that have been burning have kind of burnt out, but sort of the residues left. And it's kind of hanging fairly thick on the ground as well. It's still fairly early in the morning.
Okay. Yeah.
Is it terribly acrid?
You feel as if... Well, actually, can you make a perception check?
Oh, what, me?
Anybody can make a perception check.
Everybody make a perception check, because mine is poopy pants.
Oh no, I got 11. I think
Hang on, I got a 4, but my perception might be a 4, so that might not help us. One moment. Oh, it's a 5!
I got a 1. I know everything that's happening ever. Everything. I know all the things.
I know everything's happening ever right now.
So Hagan and Charles, you feel that this fire was here, but has now gone out, and what is left is just kind of the sort of the remnants. You estimate that it could be up to a day since this place has been on fire. Okay, yeah. What do you want to do, guys?
Keep going.
Approach cautiously.
Yeah. So, as you kind of head up the path towards the track, to the path towards the stockade, you can see that the path kind of disappears into like a gateway, into a gated arch, and there's what looks like kind of watchtowers either side. You do also see that flying above the watchtowers is a really tattered banner, which looks like this. Let me share with you. Which looks like that. So it's a black background with kind of white
Snazzy
paint
wolf.
daubed onto it, and that is what you see. Either side of the pathway, you can see that there are posts, sharpened posts stuck into the ground, and you can count around about 5 goblin heads that have been left on these stakes, and scattered around outside, kind of hanging out of the watchtower. You can see that there are decapitated bodies of goblins.
Well, do we want to go off in pairs or threes and sort of start searching?
I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm going to take these goblin heads off the spike.
I was going to say, I think we should take goblin heads off spikes and then like go in as a group.
Just some threats, so let's take those off.
Because I don't think we should split before we'll probably encounter combat. Just feel like
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, no more sellers for me.
Yeah, so we're going to take the heads off of the spikes.
Yeah, well, we're hunting.
Woo!
We're hunting for survivors first.
Yeah.
Hopefully there won't be any orcs.
We are.
So you take the heads off the stakes, and you can see that Tihil's going around and sort of laying the bodies out as best she can, and you can see that she's saying, these were our warriors, but everybody else gone. What would you like to do, guys?
I make a point of not saying the word slavery.
Well done.
Maybe they went on a little trip. No, I don't say that.
To the garment.
I'm just gonna start looking through the rubble like, please, if anyone's alive, make a noise now.
Yeah, we just sort of try and search.
Come out.
Yeah,
That's a good idea. Let's look for survivors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, upon kind of searching around some of the buildings, you can see that they have been put to the torch. They're burnt out. There's embers everywhere, and you do kind of notice that there are a few bodies within the flames. Tihil kind of says that the people that or the buildings where they're located, that was kind of the older people within the community. So it seems like they have taken the women and the younger people missing.
Oh my goodness.
All right, people, let's step this up a gear and get into action.
What, so now we're going to have to abolish slavery?
I feel that's a good move.
Okay.
It's going to be hard to abolish
gonna
slavery
take a long
of a
time.
species that most people in this universe do not acknowledge as people.
Well, do you know what?
Is,
We did it before, a few hundred years ago. Let's do it again.
I mean, it's
The
still not
difference
abolished,
is that those
though.
were
That's the
actually
thing.
also humans. And,
It's going to take
these are the
hundreds of
humans.
years.
It's not. We're going to
undo-
do it
to undo all the
single-handedly.
societal damage that has been done by this goblin slavery.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Can I make
We'll just do it really quickly.
I guess a perception check for any... Wait, no. Don't have to. Can I look for
Wait.
enemy tracks that suggest where they may have headed?
Oh.
Yeah, you can see that Tihil is looking around the perimeter of the settlement, and she's drawing blanks. But you do notice, Mickey, that there seems to be almost like an area just outside of the settlement gateway where there appears to have been a lot of feet have trodden around that area. Your best guess is that survivors were gathered at that point before they move on. And you can see that the trail leads further southeast from the settlement. It looks like you've got larger and smaller footprints.
Okay, let's go, people.
And the larger prints seem to be outside the smaller prints, and the smaller prints are pretty close together.
Time to go.
Okay. We go and do whatever Ali is saying.
We're gonna follow these tracks. As far as we
Yeah.
can.
Oh, we're
we
going
go.
to follow the tracks. Let's go.
We definitely searched as well as we can, just in case someone was hiding.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
there are no standing buildings anymore. They have all been
Oh, goodness.
burnt to the ground. So there is really nowhere for anybody to hide.
Just say it.
Okay, so you're following the tracks. So you can see that Tihil is kind of on point with you, Mercer, following the tracks. She is very, very keen. And you notice that she is now carrying a bow that she has got from somewhere. Although you did notice that at the settlement, any weapons appear to have been broken, but she has managed to get one from somewhere. And she is kind of keeping an eye out in front. You probably walk and follow the tracks for a couple of hours, but you have to kind of double back a couple of times and just check that you are heading the right way. And eventually you arrive at kind of an escarpment that is surrounded by woodland, but you can see that the ground sort of rises in front of you, and there appears to be the mouth of a cave set into the wall of the escarpment. What would you guys like to do?
Scout round the cave. Do you want me to go in and scout it round and have a look? Because I am very stealthy.
Yeah, maybe if you just, because like before we throw on any lights and try and go in, if you just go in not too far, See
Okay.
if you can hear anything, or
Okay,
you know
okay.
how.
I'm going in really quietly and sneakily because I'm very small.
Okie dokie.
They'll make me make a perception check.
I'm not going to make you make a perception check. I am going to ask you to make a stealth check.
Oh, I'm good at stealth. I'm high on the stealth. Yes, I am. I'm high on the stealth. Let's go. Oh man, hubris.
Hubris.
It's so dark in here, I can't even bloody read it. 3! Yes, Queen!
That's great.
Okay, so Hagan,
Yes.
you can see that as you kind of stealthily approach the mouth of the cave, there appears to be smoke rising out from within it. And as you watch on, you can see that a armoured orc steps out of the cave mouth and has a good old look around. Kind of leans back against the side of the mouth of the cave, and you can see that this orc is keeping an eye on the surroundings. What would you like to do?
I would like
Stab him in the neck.
well, I would really like to stab him in the neck, to be fair. That would be my first choice. Unfortunately, that has the potential to bring a whole bunch of other orcs steaming down on us, which we may not want at this juncture. Therefore, I am going to wait until the orc has gone back inside, sneak out and go, there's orcs in there.
All right.
So you do get your opportunity. The orc does kind of duck his head back inside the cave, and you hear a bit of a gruff conversation, but it's too far away for you to hear exactly what's being said. And then the orc does start to come back out. So you heading back to the party,
or have I got the opportunity to stab him in the neck?
Too far away,
Do that
really.
alone if I were you.
Yeah, too far away to stab, and there's not really enough cover next to the cave mouth for you to get close enough to stab without being seen.
I do have a crossbow though. But
Yep.
does that mean that everybody else is ready to go into combat mode?
Well, if you come out and tell us we need to.
Okay, I'll come out and tell you that you
We don't know what's happening yet.
I am going to sneak out in a stealthy manner and say, everybody get ready, we're going into combat mode.
So you're kind of doing the old.
But what? But you just said like wait, because if we try, we'll just attract loads of orcs.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think
you
we
know
should
what?
just
We're going to
charge
have to
up
get into this
first.
at some point. We're going to
Yeah.
have to get into it at some point.
Oh my god!
This is gonna be great. Can't wait. It'll be great.
All right.
And suddenly Charlie's gone really huge.
It's just got very close to the camera.
My laptop is on my lap, so I brought my knees up,
I see.
and now
That's why I
the camera's very close to me.
Are you comfortable, Charlie?
I'm having a great time.
Can tell. Okay, so
No, I actually did mean that. I meant that.
what's the
It
plan,
didn't sound like
guys?
I meant it, but I'm having a great time.
You got your resting bitch face on again. But it's your resting bitch voice now.
I do that, to be fair.
I just wanna walk straight in, not being
Go.
subtle at all. I'm just straight in.
Let's go, I've scouted, let's go.
Like maybe just like knock my axe against the wall, make lots of noise.
Lars,
Okay.
have you got your map? Have you got your map ready?
No, but I'm about
We
to.
just start.
Or
We
I might
just
as well
start
kick
clanging
this off with a bang,
our,
you know, just like
weapons against the
draw
wall.
some
go,
out,
Slave
into a fight.
liberation, slave
See, I-
liberation.
Liberate
brigade.
some people from slavery.
I
Yeah!
should have known that Mercer was
don't
just
make
going
it clear we're here for the
just
slaves, so
walk
they might
straight
just
in
like
there.
you just go straight in like let's go. Lots of noise.
So you walking up to the cave mouth, axe in hand, are we, Mercer?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
And I've got my crossbow out.
All right. Bear with, guys. Got to draw a bit of a map. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, guys. So that is what you see in front of you. There are some bushes here, and you can see the orc here. You can just make out a fireplace, a barrel, and a box just inside the doorway. Mercer, I'm going to put you
At the front.
just striding out between the bushes if you're happy with that.
Bang, bang, bang. Da, 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 da. That's been a tune.
Where would everybody else like to be?
Following suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Behind
Hagan,
me.
I'm going to assume that you've gone back and told everybody what's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
So Ezra, are you next up, and then Charles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put you here, Ezra. Charles, I'm going to put you here. Put Hagan there.
We have 1 minute remaining.
Oh, do we? Oh, man. And then I'm going to put Egg and Tihil back here.
We gotta
Okay.
remember the order.
Well, yeah. Okay, so Mercer, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna walk straight up and try and hit it with my axe.
Nice.
Well, I know you'll move that far, so you will need to make a fighting check minus. Let me find my orky facts out.